Good evening, Tallahassee, and welcome to FSU Weather Friday edition. I'm student meteorologist Melissa Geiger. Taking a look at our current temperatures, it's 49 degrees and it's not cloudy. It's actually pretty sunny over Doak Campbell Stadium right now. You see that sunset coming through. Our local temperatures, 49 in Tallahassee, 53 in Perry, and 52 in Apalachicola. So those temperatures are beginning to drop as that cold front has made its way through, and over the next few days, it will be cooler temperatures coming through the area. Our satellite showing that cloud cover coming out of the area over the next few days, leaving really sunny conditions over this weekend. So hopefully we'll have some really nice weather to look forward to go out and enjoy the weekend. Over the next 24 hours, that cloud cover is going to continue to clear out of the area, leaving even sunnier conditions over the next 24 hours, leaving us with a really nice day. Tonight is 34 degrees and pretty cold out, so if you're planning on going out, you may want to grab a jacket or a sweater. And some more to come. All this now on FSU Weather Friday edition.
Well, happy Friday. We finally made it to an end of a very busy weather week. And as Melissa was just showing you that look over Doak Campbell Stadium, that is a gorgeous sunset. And I think we deserve it after all the rain and severe weather we experienced this week. We had our Monday severe weather event and then our kind of lackluster severe weather event yesterday, although we were under 2 tornado watches, but that was associated with a cold front that did move through the area. And throughout the day today, we've seen conditions clear out, get a little drier, and see a little bit more sun, which is always a nice way to end the week. And across the nation right now, still experiencing the aftermath or ongoing cold in portions of Texas and the Central Plains, really getting in on some record-breaking frigid air this past week. Will we see some signs of relief for that area, so we can start worrying about the aftermath rather than still dealing with those cold temperatures? We'll get into that a little bit later as well. And we really do have, if you ask me, this past week or two really of weather has been some of the most active that I have covered here on FSU Weather. Mother Nature doesn't want to give us the break with the winter storms or the cold and severe weather lately, which is pretty crazy if you ask me. Well, now we're going to take a look this upcoming weekend into next week. What will we see here in Tallahassee? Robert has that for us at the wall.
Right, thank you, Riley. As he was saying, we are having quite a bit of cold conditions around most of the nation, but here, looking pretty nice. Our high and low are just about average, maybe just a tad bit cooler if you're looking at that high, about 10 degrees or so, but fairly nice here, not even getting close to that record of 20. So we're really enjoying what a lot of the nation isn't right now, which is beautiful conditions here. Nice 49 degrees and cloudy, winds from the northwest at about 9 miles per hour. So we're looking at maybe just a little bit on the cool side for us here seasonably, but honestly really nice conditions for us here considering all that's going on in the nation right now. Satellite and radar, we're seeing a little bit of cloud cover moving into the region, but right now our main concern really isn't this cloud cover because we're looking at, well, nice conditions for us right now. Maybe a little bit of rain for you guys around Lake and Cross City, but here in Tallahassee, we're pretty rain-free for the rest of the night tonight. Current local temperatures, you're seeing something fairly nice for most of us. Maybe just a tad bit cooler for you guys in maybe Thomasville, Valdosta, Bainbridge, looking at maybe upper 40s. Same for us in Quincy and Tallahassee, but as you get closer to the coast, you're seeing a little bit warmer, 52 in Apalachicola and 53 near Perry. So again, maybe a little bit on the seasonably cool side for us here in Tallahassee, but nice, cool, and dry here. 42 Tallahassee, 41 Thomasville. Of course, this might be a little bit on the wet side for you guys in the plains, but here in Tallahassee, that just means it's not in the 80s here with our dew points. So again, a really nice day for us here. And you can really see why it is so dry, because all this wet air is sort of moving its way off towards the east. We've got this nice dry air moving in from the Gulf. Interesting on that part because, you know, the Gulf is wet, but we've got this nice dry air moving in with this front, and you can see Tallahassee getting nice on into it with this really dry area moving in throughout the day today. Looking on the next 24 hours, this dry conditions start to sort of cement themselves here as we go into the weekend. Saturday at 2:30 in the morning, all that cloud cover has just moved its way off to the east. And we just have a nice, beautiful morning for you guys here tomorrow. Maybe again, you guys in Jacksonville or the rest of Florida might be seeing some rain, but not us here. And throughout the rest of the day, Saturday, that just continues. Nice, dry conditions for us here. Not a lot besides these really nice conditions that we're looking at. Tonight's lows, you can see 30s for most of the region. Again, as you get towards the coast, maybe just a little bit on the warmer side, 40s for you guys, and then cooler as you get up towards Georgia. Bainbridge and Valdosta looking in the 30s. Tomorrow's highs, however, again, nicer, even maybe just a tad bit nicer than today. Looking at 62 here in Tallahassee, 50s up for Georgia, and again, a little bit warmer as we get closer to the coast. Tomorrow, going to be fairly nice for us here, and marine forecast is going to be in the 60s. So again, these are really nice conditions for us here in Tallahassee. Maybe not swimming conditions, but again, fairly good conditions for us here for most of the region. Now I'm going to pass things off to David for a look at our southeast.
Yes, thank you, Robert. Across the southeast, it is going to be a cold one. This is 10 to... Here we go, week ahead, all right. Yes, it's going to be lots of sunshine. Here we go, looking at the southeast. Temperatures currently around the southeast. On the cold side, up here in Little Rock, 33 degrees. And if we step out of the way here, you can see Tallahassee, 49 degrees, Montgomery, 51. As you move down the state of Florida, you can see the temperatures are on the increase because South Florida is on the other side of the cold front. They're on the warm side, and these dew point temperatures reflect that. You see all the dry air up here behind the cold front, and ahead of the cold front, you have dew points in the low 70s and the upper 60s. And we're going to have this dry air around for a while, and looking at the radar off the South Carolina coast, you see that cold front is moving out, and the low pressure system associated with it is moving off to the northeast and bringing us cooler and drier air. Satellite clouds are moving out over the Tennessee area here, and they're going to have a cold night tonight, probably some temperatures in the lower 20s in parts of Tennessee. And looking over Central Florida to see where the cold front is moving through, there's a thin line of showers on the leading edge of that. Mostly weird weather to talk about, but there are some pesky showers out there that will be around through the rest of the evening and overnight, but will clear out over the next 24 hours. As you can see the moisture forecast, all that purple is dry air moving in and taking place of all that moist air that's moving out. Futurecast shows the clouds and the showers moving off the coast, and clear sunny skies ahead for the weekend for the southeast. That's going to be beautiful out. Unfortunately, it's going to be cold at night, and you see the temperatures reflect that. Little Rock, 13 degrees. Atlanta, 27. You're going to need to bundle up and make sure you have the heat on tonight. And Tallahassee is going to be 34. And the warm spot tonight down in Miami at 62, and Key West at 65 degrees. Tomorrow's forecast around the southeast, it's going to be sunny, but it's going to be on the cool side. Here in Jackson, Mississippi, 50 degrees, 58 in Montgomery. The warm spot, Miami, 75 degrees. But there will be plenty of sunshine, so it's a great day to get out, but you're going to need to have, definitely have a jacket on if you're further north. And so now we're going to take a look at, I'm going to hand things off now to Riley. He's going to take a look at Florida.
Yeah, well, David, as you said, dry air, that is the common trend moving into our area. A far cry from that washout of a weekend we saw last weekend. You couldn't really have too much polar opposites, at least weather-wise. And Panama City Beach this evening, maybe a little too cool to head off into the water, but if you want to go with some friends, take a look at that sunset. You've got about I say around 20 more minutes before you see that sun start to cross the horizon. And across the Sunshine State right now, speaking of that sunset, we can see we have a cold front still moving through the region. Can you make it out there? That is where we see the reds on the south side, the greens on the north side. What moved through our area in the Florida Panhandle yesterday is still taking its time moving through southern portions of the state, and that is also keeping temperatures cooler, much cooler at the northern portions of the state than the southern portions of the state. And with that cold front moving through, the drier air behind the cold front making for some nicer dew points, which according to our muggy meter, that happy face means dry. And you get farther down towards southern portions of the state, we got some people a little shocked with that humidity out in West Palm Beach. But we will be seeing that dry out even there a little bit as this cold front makes its way through the region. And we can see that with the line of some storms here across the southern Florida peninsula. And that rain moving through the area, not a washout, but do carry your umbrella, especially in southern and central portions of the state where we have some showers moving through areas like Spring Hill and Orlando. Farther up north towards Jacksonville, we're starting to see the rain move out of the area and being replaced by some cloud cover, so things are drying out in northern portions of the state. And this evening, with the drier conditions, we don't retain as much heat from earlier in the day, which is why you see all these blue shadings in portions of the northern panhandle. Tallahassee only going to be 36 degrees tonight. That is very chilly. But Miami, we're about 30 degrees warmer there at 66 because we're still waiting for that cold front to move through the area, and we have some moisture to retain that heat we saw earlier today. Our beach forecast, if you go somewhere like Key West, Florida, only 73 degrees tomorrow down in Key West. That's a little chilly. Maybe not get in the water, but you can still enjoy a nice day at the beach because we will be having partly cloudy conditions. So if you want to get that tan on, by all means, go ahead. And out in Miami, we're going to see a warming trend. Even though this cold front is moving through this evening, we're going to see a warming trend across much of the state, spoiler alert, reaching 80 degrees by our Monday with a chance of storms returning for early next week there. Tampa, similar story. We have temperatures reaching the 70s for the day tomorrow. The rain chances come for your Monday when we start flirting with the 80-degree temperatures. And Jacksonville, temperatures in the 60s this weekend, so not too bad. As we head into your Monday, though, you may want to get that umbrella. And let's see what's going on. Oh, that is time for our next segment, and why don't you look at that sunset? So, Melissa, that is a very beautiful sky tonight.
Right, thank you for that. It's an absolutely beautiful sunset out there, as Riley was saying. And we've got a beautiful day here, but looking at our weather history, maybe not so much back in 2009, because around here, we actually had a very long track supercell, 16.5 mile track in Grady and Thomas County, Georgia. So that was just here only about 10 years ago, rated about an EF2. And that seems a little bit sort of reminiscent of what happened in Damascus, Georgia, only just a few days ago, rather. So, you know, this is, of course, the time of season that we're going to be looking at these sort of severe events that happen around here, particularly in the southeast. So make sure you have a plan ready just in case, and you're watching the SPC and us, of course. And of course, you know, we have another tornado that happened around here this day in weather history, a 1.3 mile track EF3 in North Thomasville. So again, as I was saying, we have quite a situation here where we have, you know, severe weather in this part of the season. But, you know, back in 1884, it's still the same back then. The system spawned around 60 tornadoes in the southeast of the United States. And I think that was injuring about more than 120 people. So, of course, as I was saying, make sure you have a plan ready just in case if we have a situation around here coming up in the future, just like we have in the past. But this week, as I was going to say, has quite a bit of weather history itself right now in 2021. In Texas, of course, I know as you all have heard, there's quite a big power situation there because of how cold it is. But just how cold has it gotten? Well, we smashed some records in some cities. In my home of Dallas, our old record low was 8, and we got very close to that with a record low of 2, just a complete record low. And in some cities like Austin, the record low was 38, and their high was in the 20s, so absolutely cold there in Austin. But really nice conditions for us here, and we're going to pass things back to the wall with Melissa just to see how nice it is here in Tallahassee.
Thank you, Robert. It really is a nice day here in Tallahassee as that cold front has managed to make its way past Tallahassee. It's currently 49 degrees, so it is on the chilly side. So if you're planning on going out anytime this evening or later tonight, you're probably going to want to bring a jacket. You can see that beautiful sunset over Doak Campbell Stadium as that cloud cover is clearing out over the next day. So our almanac for today, 55 is our high, so it's a little bit below average and way below our record for today. So overall, it's much cooler temperatures as that cold front has pushed out and brought in those cooler temperatures. 46 in Thomasville, 49 in Tallahassee. It's a bit warmer down south in Apalachicola at 52 degrees. So once again, those temperatures are dropping over the next 24 hours as that cold front has finished making its way through our area and is going to be bringing much cooler temperatures and drier air. Our satellite showing that cloud cover moving out of the area and into the next few days. It's going to be really clear skies and sunny conditions, but it will be on the bit of a cooler side. Overall, pretty nice conditions for Tallahassee over the next few days. For our relative humidity, 77 in Tallahassee. It's a bit higher down in Orlando at 81. And up north more, it is a bit even lower than that. So our humidity is low right now for our area overall as that cold front's made its way through. Once again, you can see that moisture coming through as that cold front has pushed away the moisture, bringing in that drier air behind it. But as you can see, there is more moisture coming in behind that dry air. So you will be getting more moisture coming in over the next few days. So hopefully we can keep those nice conditions for a little bit longer. Over the next 24 hours, see that cloud cover continuing to move out of the area and nice conditions coming into Tallahassee. Sunny conditions that we can enjoy over the next few days. For tonight's lows, 37 in Tallahassee, 40 in St. Mark's, and 39 Apalachicola. So it is a lot colder right now. So if you're planning on going out tonight, you're probably going to want to bring a jacket. It's going to be on the chilly side for Tallahassee. And I know for most Floridians like myself, in the 30s is very, very cold and not something that we enjoy all that much. For tomorrow, 61 in Monticello, 62 in Tallahassee, and about same down south more with 62 in Apalachicola. So tomorrow is going to remain a bit cooler, and we will have nicer conditions coming in. 10-day temperature outlook, see we are a bit warmer on the East Coast than is out west with much cooler temperatures out there. As you know, Texas has had that huge snowstorm that came through. Our marine forecast, 60 degrees and 15-knot wind with 3 to 5 foot seas. So overall, it's a little bit on the chilly side if you plan on going to the beach. As for our week ahead, 58 for tomorrow and sunny. Maybe some rain on Monday, but overall, it should be really nice conditions coming into the next week. Let's take a look at our national weather with Riley.
Absolutely, Melissa, and we'll take that 7-day forecast compared to what we did have this past week. Not as much rain in that forecast, and speaking of the rain, look at it moving out there. We have a nice cold front moving out of our region, still bringing some snow to portions of the northeast, but a lot of drier air is on the way for portions of the southeast behind this cold front, and that is a sign of what's to come this upcoming weekend. And we also have some wetter conditions out in the Pacific Northwest. And speaking of that, that snow up in the northeast, we still have some pretty heavy snow at times moving through portions of New England. Boston picking up some pretty heavy snow right now, even down my home state there of New Jersey, just starting to relax on the snow there out there in Morris County. New York, this event is just about done for you as well. We experienced quite a bit of snow the day today and yesterday there. Now, in the Pacific Northwest, not as much rain as we were seeing last night, but we still do have some showers moving its way through cities like Seattle and Portland. Some snow showers as you head higher up there in elevation, and the Great Lakes. We got some snow, some lake effect snow even for some of these areas. Not seeing too much in terms of accumulation from that, but somewhere where we're not getting snow is the southeast right now, and we can see the last breath, really, of this cold front over land over the East Coast before it heads out and moves out, and we get a very nice weekend. So Tampa, your rain, you're on the backside of that now, which is some good news. And our feel-like temperatures, this is important, especially this time of year with how cold it has been. But well, you look at that. We finally feel like we're above freezing in places like San Antonio and even Dallas-Fort Worth now. So that's a nice sign that things are getting a little warmer. And today we hit a high of 39 degrees in Austin. So that really is nice to see in areas that have no power and do not need any more cold. But this evening, though, we will dip back below freezing in portions of Texas, only getting to 1 degree there in Chicago. Very chilly stuff. Boston picking up on some snow, and you might get some rain in San Francisco if you're heading out there this evening. Now into the day tomorrow, getting up, reaching the around the 70s there in LA. A similar temperature down in Miami at 75 degrees after we see that cold front move through. And Texas, some areas starting to get back up into the 60s, which is some nice news there. 10-day temperature outlook. We're going to be warmer than average in much of the East Coast, which is very good news compared to how cold we have been. Even portions of Texas, which is really nice to see there. Well, we are now going to head off to David for a look at this upcoming weekend here in the state of Florida.
Yes, thank you, Riley. It's going to be an awesome weekend here in Tallahassee. If you have any outdoor plans, it's actually really sunny, no rain in the forecast for Saturday or Sunday. And there's some games that are going on in the Big Bend, and also away as far as our men's basketball goes. We're going to be playing in Pittsburgh on Saturday. It's going to be cold up there, but you can enjoy it from here where it's not so cold indoors. Tonight, if you're going out tonight and have a date and going out to dinner at 6 o'clock, you expect just maybe some lingering clouds, but the temperature will be about 50 degrees, but the temperature is going to drop off quickly tonight at 8 p.m., 45, and at 10 o'clock. So make sure you bring somewhat of a thick jacket if you're going out tonight, because it is going to be on the cold side. If you're getting up in the morning to walk your dog, take the old pooch out there, at 7 a.m. it's going to be on the cold side. You might want to put a sweater on your dog if you're going to go out there, because it's a little on the cold side. It's going to be 35 degrees at 7 a.m. Temperature will slowly rebound, but not very much. 9 a.m., 40, and 11 o'clock, it'll be at 50 degrees. But there'll be plenty of sunshine when you go for that walk-in. This is Pittsburgh's temperature as Florida State takes on Pitt on Saturday. It's going to be cloudy and cold in Pittsburgh. Thank God that basketball is indoors and not outdoors. And baseball starts up for Tallahassee as we're going to take on North Florida. We're ranked number 24 playing against North Florida. Here, first pitch is at 2 o'clock p.m. and the temperature is going to be 61 degrees. And the 3-day weekend outlook, look at that beautiful, plenty of sun there on Saturday and Sunday. There's a small system, weak system coming through the area on Monday, bringing just a small chance of showers, but once that clears out, we'll get into sunnier weather for the remainder of next week. And I'm going to hand things off now to Riley, who's going to talk about sea breezes.
Yeah, sea breezes. We have your fun educational segment this evening. And when you go to the beach, you may realize that it gets a little windier when you're at the beach compared to maybe about 30 minutes inland. And that all has to do with a lot of meteorology. I mean, if that's my major, I should be able to say it right. Am I right? Well, basically the science behind a sea breeze, over land heats up much faster than water. So since the land heats faster than water, you're going to have warmer air over that land than over the ocean as the sun beats down on the land. Now, one thing that's pretty much the key to understanding meteorology, the number one thing you need to know is that hot air rises. So that air is going to be warmer over land. That air is going to rise. But over the ocean, where the air is not as warm at the surface, the air is going to sink. And we kind of get that motion of the hot air rising, and that leaves a low pressure system at the surface, and there's higher pressure over the ocean, which causes that air to move on shore. Now, Florida has an ocean on both sides, so we see sea breezes on both sides, and the air will converge at the center of the state, which causes air to rise in the center of the state, and that is going to cause a lot of thunderstorms as you head into late spring and early summer. So we're getting into pretty much the sea breeze season here in Florida, Melissa.
That's right. So let's take one last look at our local weather. It's currently 49 degrees and pretty clear skies, not cloudy like this says. You see that beautiful sunset over Doak Campbell Stadium right now. See those colorful skies coming through as that cloud cover is clearing out over the next few days as that cold front has made its way past the Tallahassee area. Our current local temps, 49 in Tallahassee, a bit colder up north at 46 in Thomasville, a little bit warmer down south, 52 in Apalachicola. But overall, those temperatures are dropping, and it will be a really cool night for Tallahassee. And over the next few days, it's going to continue to stay on the cooler side. Our satellite's showing that cloud cover continuing to decrease and move out of the area. So overall, the next few days should be pretty sunny and clear and enjoyable for Tallahassee. Our satellite shows that rainfall coming through with that front, moving through the rest of Florida. So over the next few days, that colder temperature pattern that we're seeing in Florida should be continuing as that rainfall in the front moves off through the rest of Florida. Our wind speeds, you see there is a little bit of a breeze coming through, 13 in Montgomery, a bit slower in Tallahassee at 9, and down in Orlando it is 16. So overall there's a little bit of a breeze coming through our Tallahassee area this evening. Our dew points are a bit lower, 42 in Tallahassee, 41 in Thomasville, Apalachicola is 44, so behind that front it has dropped our dew points down, so much more comfortable conditions for tonight and into the next few days. Tonight's lows, 37 in Tallahassee, 40 in St. Mark's, and 39 in Apalachicola. So once again, for Florida, that is pretty cold, so if you're a Floridian, make sure you grab your sweater. It's going to be chilly. Make sure you're prepared for that cold temperatures tonight if you're planning on going out. For tomorrow's forecast, we're going to continue to see colder temperatures as that cold front continues to impact us. 61 in Monticello, 62 in Tallahassee, and 64 in Perry. So overall, really nice conditions for this time of year. Looking at our day ahead, 53 at noon and 59 at 3 p.m. So overall, it will be a little bit warmer tomorrow, but still on the chilly side. For our marine forecast, 60 degrees with a 15-knot wind and mostly sunny. So overall, it's actually a pretty nice day, but it is a little bit on the cooler side for the next day. For the week ahead, you can see it Saturday, high of 58 and sunny with a low of 35. So it'll continue to be cooler this weekend with really nice skies and cooler temperatures going into the evening and possibly a storm on Monday, but it should be really nice going into the next week. So let's turn it over to David at the desk.
Thank you, Melissa. Yes, it seems like we've had all this crazy weather behind us now and off to more sunnier skies and drier air just for at least the short term. And the temperatures this weekend in Tallahassee with all the plenty of sunshine. It's a good time to get out and go to that first baseball game at Dick Howser Stadium as we take on North Florida. Should be a great game to start off. We are ranked, and just a great time to get out there. And if you don't like baseball, you can get out and do some other things. Get the bike out and go for a ride, and go to the park, take the dog out to the park, kids out to the park. It'll be a good weekend. We do have some rain in the forecast on Monday. Shouldn't be a lot of rain as we have a weaker system moving through the area. Once that moves through, we will have sunny skies again for the middle of the week, and temperatures are going to rebound and actually have some milder weather towards Thursday and Friday of next week. And those lows at night, well, they're going to start rising too. It looks like we only have a low of 50 next Thursday. So you have weather and history today. Look at the snow that was in Texas and just all the great things that are going on in the weather right now. And be sure to follow us on Twitter at twitter.com FSU Weather. And always like us on Facebook at facebook.com FSU Weather. And watch us live on YouTube at 6 o'clock on Monday through Friday at youtube.com FSU Weather. And follow us on Instagram at FSU Weather. And be sure to check us out on Channel 4 in Tallahassee at 11 o'clock Monday through Friday if you missed the 6 o'clock show on YouTube. Well, I am meteorologist David Stoltzen from all of us here at FSU Weather. We wish you a great weekend, and we'll see you next week.